I think we've got probably the best coaching in this league right now that I've seen, and that's great to see.
Tom Hilbert believes Mountain West volleyball is back on the rise, thanks to the leadership and coaching on all 11 campuses, which makes the Rams' latest conference championship, the 20th all-time under Tom Hilbert, all the more impressive. He has built a national power, dynasty, and much, much more in Fort Collins. For 22 years, this has been home. Home to one of the top architects in college volleyball.
I love it!
Tom Hilbert has built something special here.
It's difficult, but it's been very rewarding, and you know, as I look back on it, I'm extremely proud of what we've been able to do, and I want to continue to do it. I want to continue to just be excellent.
They're hard up the hand. During his time at Colorado State, Hilbert has molded 13 All-Americans.
Yes!
Won at least 20 games in 22 straight seasons, advancing to the NCAA tournament each and every year, turning Fort Collins into a volleyball-crazed community.
It blows my mind.
This fall, Hilbert's Rams played in front of 7,745 fans against nationally ranked Illinois, an atmosphere that has become routine at Moby Arena.
We brought in teams like Nebraska, Illinois, UCLA, Michigan. We're showing that A, we can compete at that level, but B, it's just great theater for the people of Fort Collins. They get to see high-level volleyball teams come in here and play.
Service ace, Colorado State!
Kind of undescribable. CSU is one of the top, I think, 10 programs for attendance in the nation, and you really can't get that experience in a lot of places, and it's an overwhelming feeling of excitement, and like, this is what you're here for, this is what it's all about.
It's a really amazing feeling knowing that 7,000, 4,000 people will come and pay money to come watch you play and to come watch this program.
And the block is finally there as Jackson and Hilliard.
And I think it's because Tom has built a tradition here, and he's worked on it every single year that he's been here, and every year he's built relationships that have grown.
That commitment to people, volleyball, and the community that loves this program is on full display year-round. Hilbert and his team make it a priority to give back to the fans that give his program so much.
Fans want to say, I know that person. I come to these games because I know her. And so the more people that our players go out and meet in this community and in the student body ranks, the more people will show up for games and appreciate what we do. I also think it's important that we have a sort of a partnership with this community. You know, we do free clinics. We did one in Old Town Square back in August, downtown, and we just set up some nets and had third grade and younger come out and play. That is exposure for us, but it's part of us having a partnership with this community, saying we want to give something to you. We want your kids to come out and take our players as role models, that kind of thing. I think that's important.
The kids really looked up to us. It was free, and so little things like that I think are really valued by the community and are valued by us as players because we learn from it as well.
All right, big center hands right up here. Just seeing like the expressions on their faces, like seeing how the kids light up because we're athletes, like that's very rare. Not a lot of people get to experience that. The kids look up to you just because you're an athlete, and then you go and show them kindness and you're able to interact with them, and it's like building a bond between somebody you've never met or a kid who wants to be like you one day.
2 decades of excellence have not only grown a volleyball program, but elevated Hilbert into one of the faces of this university.
Coach Tom Hilbert for his remarks to this class.
In May, the coaching icon was asked to deliver the commencement speech at spring graduation.
That was a little out of my comfort zone, to be honest. I've spoken at a lot of things, and I was more nervous for that commencement speech than anything I've ever done.
From someone who spent 34 years in a job working with talented women, I know that both genders have unique strengths, and it's time to recognize that through civility and respect, we all have great things to contribute to this world.
It's all part of believing in this university and believing it's a great place. And I really do believe that.
And don't forget to wear that Aggie A on your chest. Thank you.
Hilbert's status was built on success on the volleyball court, but his greatest achievement has very little to do with sport, rather the lives he's touched within this home, building confident young women who will succeed in life long after their last dig, set, or spike.
I was raised by a woman who was very involved in the passage of the Equal Rights Amendment and the feminist movements in the 70s, and I've grown up with a great deal of respect for women and gender equity.
Guys, play this game with enthusiasm.
I'm a tough coach, but I always give the players voice, and I always respect them if they talk back to me or whatever. You know, they need to assert themselves as strong people in our practices. They work very hard, and I push them to work very hard.
But it's like you're a middle if you're going back in there, right?
Lessons learned that have paved the way to professional success for players like two-time All-American Angela Nump, who credits Hilbert's coaching for her success as a coach and math teacher, along with her drive to give back to the game and community.
All the time in the gym when I coach girls, I talk about confidence and perseverance and mental toughness because it's a part of life. And it's great that volleyball can transition so well into life skills. Like, I never would have had the courage to start my own business, to do what I do now if I didn't have that athletic experience that gave me the tools to really believe in myself.
Both feet, both feet.
He's definitely showed us that our worth is big and our worth isn't determinant on how well that we play. Our worth is determined on like our relationships and how hard that we work to build bridges with people and to just be good, giving people.
Yes, Tom Hilbert has built something special here. And oh, by the way, he has a pretty great volleyball program too. Colorado State will be making its 30th all-time NCAA tournament appearance this season, 22nd under Tom Hilbert. The Field of 64 will be released on Sunday, November 25th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, televised by ESPNU. From the Mountain West Network studio, I'm Jesse Kurtz.